On a quiet December morning in 1956, in a family rooted in Sewa and Bremen, a baby boy entered the world, unaware that one day his signature would sit at the apex of Ghana's judiciary. They named him Paul Kudu Baffour Bonnie. His childhood wasn't marked by extravagance. It was marked by discipline, books, and the deep moral consciousness that his parents believed every child must carry into adulthood. At Konongo Odumasi Secondary School, Paul wasn't the loud one in class. He was the boy who listened, observed, thought deeply, and spoke only when necessary. And when he did, the room listened. He later walked the corridors of the University of Ghana, then the Ghana School of Law, with a dream that seemed simple but powerful: to serve justice in a way that honors God and country. His judicial journey did not begin in grandeur. It began in Kumasi, Execute Court Judge, where the real Ghana, its struggles, disputes, heartbreaks, and human complexities faced him every day. From dusty courtrooms in Kumasi to tense moments adjudicating cases in Dayal, in Kwanta, Paul Baffour Bonnie grew into the role. He earned a reputation not by shouting judgments, but by delivering justice with quiet firmness, dignity, and a surprising softness toward the vulnerable. When he joined the fast-track court in Accra between 2003 and 2006, he was no longer just a judge. He became a steady hand, the kind a country can rely on during uncertain times. In 2006, the nation took notice. He was elevated to the Court of Appeal, and in 2008, President John Ejekun Kufuor appointed him to the Supreme Court. The boy from Sewa had reached the highest court in the land, yet remained remarkably humble, often described by colleagues as affable, kind, deeply thoughtful, and unwavering just. Beyond law, life gave him a partner who understood justice from another angle: Madam Patience Baffour Bonnie, the woman who rose to become Director General of the Ghana Prison Service. In fact, Paul Baffour Bonnie resigned from the prison service to marry Patience.
I was with the prison service for 2 years, till 1990, when we were told that I, as a deputy superintendent of prisons, couldn't marry a junior officer because we couldn't go to the mess together. So I opted out of prison service so that she could stay.
Together, they formed a real pair, one guarding the gates of justice, the other safeguarding the humanity of those who fall through its cracks. Not everyone gets to say the Chief Justice is at home, and the head of prisons is sitting across the dining table. It wasn't just power, it was purpose. On 22nd April 2025, Ghana woke up to the unexpected news. Chief Justice Gertrude Klokonu had been suspended following allegations of misconduct. A constitutional storm was brewing, the kind that shakes institutions and tests stability. Into this storm stepped Justice Baffour Bonnie. By constitutional mandate and by seniority, he became acting Chief Justice, calm in the chaos, steady in the uncertainty. He didn't need to make noise. His record spoke for him. Months later, on 23rd September 2025, Ghana witnessed a moment of quiet history. President John Dramani Mahama nominated Justice Paul Kojo Baffour Bonnie as Ghana's new Chief Justice. It wasn't a nomination born of politics or controversy. It was a nomination born of experience, seniority, credibility, and decades of judicial craftsmanship. Article 144, subsection 1 of the 1992 Constitution required consultation with the Council of State, and the Speaker of Parliament, Agban Bagbin, swiftly referred his nomination to the Appointment Committee. Across Ghana, legal minds nodded, journalists penned thoughtful commentaries, ordinary citizens whispered hopes of a judiciary that would heal, strengthen, and uphold fairness. Many said the same thing: if anyone has earned this, it is him. He is not just a judge, he is a symbol of slow, steady, honest rise, not through connections or controversy, but through years of showing up and doing the work. A symbol of decency in an era where public life is often tainted by scandal. A symbol of judicial stability, especially after stormy months in the judiciary's highest office. And yet, in commentary columns, a caution repeatedly appears. It is a slippery road. He must be very, very careful. Because the Chief Justice seat is more than a title, it is a weight, a responsibility, a test of character every single day. But if anyone is prepared for that test, Ghana believes Justice Baffour Bonnie is. From a quiet boy in Konongo Odumasi to a judge who touched nearly every level of the bench, to a Supreme Court justice who shaped jurisprudence, to the man entrusted with the soul of Ghana's judicial system. From a quiet boy in Konongo Odumasi to a judge who touched every level of the bench, to a Supreme Court justice who shaped jurisprudence, to the man entrusted with the soul of Ghana's justice system. This is not just a biography, it is the story of a man who rose without rushing, who led without shouting, and who became Chief Justice at a time Ghana needed steadiness more than anything else. A story of duty, a story of integrity, a story of service. And now, the next chapter is unfolding not just for him, but for the judiciary and for Ghana.